From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. Today is a First Alert weather day as we have wind gusts in the forecast upwards of 40 to 60 miles per hour. Showers and thunderstorms likely for today. And after that, it's going to be mostly dry. Highs dropping down into the 60s and 70s, substantially cooler as opposed to what we had for yesterday. So the alert day, because of the wind gusts, we're thinking that the fire and blowing dust concerns are going down. They're not going to be zero, but models have trended a little bit wetter with the storm system. So that is an encouraging sign. Hopefully some of that rain could fall over this Highway 24 fire, which the containment is now up to 40%. It's burning in southern Grant County near Road 24 and Washington Highway 24, well to the east of Mattawa. Okay, First Alert radar is showing you some showers starting to encroach upon the area. Even a few rumbles of thunder already out there for this morning. We'll continue to track that. Wind gusts picking up. Gusts now around 40 miles per hour in Ellensburg, between 20 to 40 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities and Hermiston. Hourly wind gusts for this Wednesday for the Tri-Cities. The peak going to be between 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. up around 45 miles per hour. So for today, high is going to be in the 60s. It's going to be wet. It is going to be windy. I'll have a lot more to say about this forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, a Selah man convicted in a series of wildfire cases now headed to federal prison. Investigators say witness accounts and evidence from several fire scenes helped lead to the arrest. How long he'll spend behind bars. Plus, serious allegations now being raised against the political organization Let's Go Washington. The new complaints and how the organization is responding. And Benton County commissioners spent hours discussing how a possible split from Franklin County could impact services people rely on every day. This morning, what officials say still needs to be figured out. We're breaking it all down for you next on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 5:02. A Selah man is headed to federal prison this morning for setting multiple wildfires in eastern Washington. Zachary Tyler Vantel was just sentenced to 240 months behind bars for 5 counts of arson and felon in possession of a firearm. Federal prosecutors say the 34-year-old started multiple wildfires in 2023 and 2024 across eastern Washington. Investigators with the ATF say witnesses linked him and his vehicle to several fire scenes before he was eventually identified and arrested. Yet another school bus crash is under investigation in Kennewick. This one happened yesterday afternoon near Clearwater and Kellogg. Kennewick police say a driver crashed into the front passenger side of the bus, then left the scene. We're told no students were on board and the bus driver was not hurt. Kennewick School District officials responded alongside police to help investigate the crash. Just last week, you may remember, officials say a Kennewick school bus driver ran a red light and crashed at Clearwater and Moraine. That time, students were on board. Police are asking anyone with any information about this latest crash to contact Kennewick Police. In a new complaint sent to the Washington State Public Disclosure Commission, one high-profile political group is accused of violating state advertising code. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us about the complaint and how it also involves one well-known influencer.
Nonprofit Washingtonians for Ethical Government is bringing forward serious accusations against Let's Go Washington, the organization behind several statewide voter initiatives in recent years. WFEG says that Let's Go Washington isn't declaring all of its political advertising, specifically with conservative talk show host Brandy Cruz.
We have found at least 159 different instances that we feel are in violation of PDC rules. There have been promotions, but there's been no reporting of any payment or any in-kind contributions.
According to Stewart, it's those apparent in-kind contributions that are raising the red flag.
An in-kind contribution is a non-cash donation to a group, which can include providing free services or volunteer work. WFBG says that Cruz is a commercial advertiser, meaning that she promotes paid-for content on her podcast and social media. Cruz frequently promotes Let's Go Washington's ballot initiatives and has attended events with the group as well. And WFBG says that since she is a paid content creator, her involvement should be considered an in-kind contribution, something Let's Go Washington would have to report. Stewart also mentioned that some of Cruz's work is sponsored by Future 42, which is directly tied to Let's Go Washington's founder Brian Haywood. It's all a part of a complaint that says Let's Go Washington failed to declare all its advertising, missing an estimated value of between $300,000 and $1.3 million.
I had the chance to ask Haywood what he thought about the new complaint, and he says that he believes it is completely false.
In this case, they're accusing Brandy Cruz of working with us. We've never paid her a dime. I'm not super worried about it. I think it's just it's a distraction that they're trying to throw, and they're trying to smear people's reputation.
In an email statement to Apple Valley News Now, Cruz echoed Haywood's words, saying, "This attack is politically motivated, unfounded, and defamatory. I have never been given a cent to fight for girls' sports or parental rights, and I will continue to use my voice and platform to support whatever cause I choose." Up next, the complaint will be reviewed by the State Public Disclosure Commission, who will then choose whether or not to fine Let's Go Washington. The organization has been fined by the PDC in the past for $20,000.
I'm told that we don't currently know how long it's going to take for the PDC to review the complaint. Reporting from the newsroom, Caleb Sipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
The complaint comes as Let's Go Washington is collecting signatures for a new voter initiative that aims to repeal the state's millionaires tax. Yakima City Council is discussing whether to let voters decide if fluoride should be removed from the city's drinking water. City Attorney Sarah Watkins says Yakima voters approved fluoride back in 1999, so it would take another public vote to repeal it. State law also requires the city to notify water customers and the Washington Department of Health at least 90 days before any official vote or decision. If council moves forward, the question could appear on a future ballot, possibly during the next city election in 2027. The public will have an opportunity to speak on the matter before a final vote is made. Benton County Commissioners held a special meeting this week to discuss what a possible split from Franklin County could mean for several shared services across the region. As Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen reports, county leaders and agency officials say there are still a lot of unanswered questions.
Benton County Commissioners spent hours Tuesday hearing how a possible separation from Franklin County could impact shared services people use every day. That includes human services, behavioral health programs, and the Benton-Franklin Health District. Leaders say they're still in the early stages, trying to figure out what would change, how long it would take, and how to keep services running.
I want to make this crystal clear. I don't know how else to put it. Very crystal clear on these topics here. Benton County did not initiate the separation.
Human Services Director Kyle Sullivan told commissioners many programs are connected between both counties, and unwinding those agreements would take time. The health district also warned a split could affect how public health is funded and staffed.
So, for example, administrative match is one of our ones where if we do so many services that are tied to Medicare, the state will provide us some supplemental dollars to backfill that program work to make them more robust. If we step down, there's less services being provided and there's less money coming in.
Behavioral health providers raise similar concerns, saying any disruption could hit recovery and treatment programs hard. Commissioners stressed no decisions were made Tuesday, but they wanted these questions on the record as talks continue. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
We will continue breaking down what this could mean for services across Benton and Franklin counties later on this week. Your time is 5:09. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, President Trump is meeting with China's president in Beijing this morning as oil markets continue reacting to concerns over global supply. And here at home, drivers across the state are already paying near record prices at the pump, with projections showing prices could climb even higher. Just how high those prices could go and why analysts say relief may not be coming anytime soon. And if you did not like the warmer weather yesterday, well, guess what? You are getting some relief today. Just how much cooler it'll be in Josh's forecast.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Home isn't just walls at a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
If you know this feeling, you should know the facts. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts thanks Shelby's Floral and Hapo Community Credit Union for supporting Bikes for Tykes. If you know a child who needs a bike but can't afford one, click Bikes for Tykes on our website. From Shelby's Floral, Hapo Community Credit Union, and Apple Valley News Now.
It all comes down to this.
The 4-night finale event continues tonight.
TV characters 1,500, and I'd better be up there. Who will be crowned champion? Come on. I knew it!
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars 4-night finale event continues tonight on ABC.
Austin Reed, only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. High temperatures for the next 7 days dropping down into the 60s and 70s after yesterday we were up around 90 degrees for many lower elevation locations. Okay, already this morning it's 65 in the Tri-City, 65 for Walla Walla, 67 in Yakima. We're getting that warm, moist air coming up out of the south. And our forecast highs for later today, not going to be that much different from what we're seeing right now. 68 for the Tri-City, 67 for Yakima, 60 in Ellensburg. So one of those weird days where the highs are likely going to happen during the earlier part of the day. Okay, over the next 7 days, it's going to be quite the journey for our high temperatures in Yakima. It looks like the coolest day is going to be on Saturday. We're going to have a hard time making it into the mid-60s. At that point, we'll be 11 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, but back into the mid-70s by next Tuesday. That's right about on par. Okay, then those overnight lows, they're going to be very interesting, especially for Friday and Saturday nights, dropping down into the mid-30s in the Yakima Valley. It looks like the coldest night is probably going to be Saturday night. Look at Ellensburg sitting at 33. Now, if these start to trend a little bit cooler, closer to that freezing threshold of 32, could maybe have an early spring frost on our hands. Okay, wanted to talk about this very quickly. Pollen count still in that medium high territory, but it'll be interesting to see how these numbers come in post rainfall. I'm thinking that the trend might be a little bit lower, but those top allergens continue to be ash, birch, and sycamore. Okay, the big deal with the weather for today, obviously the winds. We'll talk about the winds themselves and the fire and blowing dust risk that could come along with it. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Around the world this morning, global tensions and high-level meetings between world leaders are continuing to impact oil markets and fuel prices. President Trump is in Beijing this morning, meeting with the Chinese president as investors closely watch for progress on trade and global stability. Analysts say the meeting could also affect the fragile ceasefire involving Iran, while oil prices remain elevated after several days of sharp increases. The International Energy Agency now warns global oil reserves are shrinking at a record pace, raising concerns that prices could remain high moving forward. Speaking of which, here at home, drivers across the Tri-Cities, Yakima Valley and Walla Walla are already paying near record prices at the pump. Analysts say prices could climb even higher in the coming weeks. Some forecasts now show another 15 to 30 cent increase could happen before the end of the month. So let's go ahead and see what that could look like. The average price for regular unleaded across the Tri-Cities is now sitting around $5.26 per gallon. Analysts say prices there could climb closer to $5.50 before Memorial Day weekend. Yakima Valley drivers are already paying some of the region's highest prices, with averages around $5.43 a gallon. Forecasts now show prices there could climb to around $5.65 by early June. And in Walla Walla, gas prices are averaging between $5.16 and $5.22 a gallon. Analysts say prices could approach $5.40 in the coming weeks. Analysts say global tensions, supply concerns, and strong summer demand are all contributing to uncertainty at the pump as the busy travel season approaches. Still ahead this morning, Josh is coming back to talk more about your very important weather forecast, folks. As he mentioned, it is an alert day. That means you need to be ready for what's on the way, including strong winds. We'll break it down after the break.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-Cities' premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits, including 24/7 telehealth.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
On it.
Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
Summer's here. Who's ready for camp in a new Toyota? Nice splash! The scavenger hunt starts now! The call was coming from inside the Tacoma!
Right now, lease a new 2026 Tundra for $469 a month. Or get $3,000 cash back on a new 2026 Tundra.
Your summer starts here!
Toyota, let's go places.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative materials developed for astronauts, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning, so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic. And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
Wendy Redmond, only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have the alert day for today because of the winds, and the vegetation will teeter-totter on being dry. It's going to be interesting with the rainfall in the forecast, but here's some of the peak gusts for today. We're thinking the peak gust is going to be between 55 to 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, but look at the Yakima Valley, the Lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills, all anywhere between 40 to 45 mile per hour gusts. Of course, you can see hour by hour wind gusts for your exact home address location by downloading our weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, vegetation dryness, it has trended a little bit lower. Yesterday, these values were coming in this orange color, level 3 out of 5. Now they're coming in this yellow color, level 2 out of 5, just regular levels of dryness. And I think in part that has to do with the fact that models have trended a little bit wetter with the storm system. Around, you see 0.1 to 0.25 inches of rainfall we're expecting for the valleys, not as much for the basin, a little bit more for the foothills. That could be just enough to tamp down the fire and the blowing dust concerns, but it's going to be fairly close. So just err on the side of caution. Here's how to prevent wildfires. Follow local fire restrictions, secure ignition sources, use equipment very carefully, and report smoke quickly. You can find that list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. On to the shower and thunderstorm potential for today. We have this area of low pressure that's traversing the region, and so that's what's bringing all of the moisture already. We've seen some showers and thunderstorms up in the Cascades. Looks like that's starting to get up into the Yakima Valley now as well. And there's just going to be more and more of this as the day progresses. We put this in motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. See, it's going to be the sporadic swirl of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, looking drier for lower elevations after 5 p.m. Then across the map, we should be much drier after 11 p.m. Here's your umbrella cast for today. So just another visualization of that for the Tri-Cities. I think our wettest time frame probably going to be this morning, but then another little resurgence as we head into the afternoon, and the forecast looking much drier after today. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today with gusts around 45 miles per hour. Substantially cooler today in comparison to yesterday. In Yakima, winds picking up on Wednesday with rain looking likely, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder as well. In Ellensburg, gusts around 60 miles per hour today with highs around 60. Another round of winds we're watching closely for the weekend. Then for Hermiston, decent rain chances with high wind gusts and highs stuck in the mid-60s. And then for Walla Walla, a wet, windy, and cooler Wednesday. Another chance at some showers and thunderstorms by this weekend.
All right, Josh. Well, while we are talking about storms this morning, one Texas teenager is lucky to be alive after being struck while fishing during the weekend. 19-year-old Hunter was fishing with his mother Saturday in Jasper when lightning struck the tree he was leaning against.
He suffered burns and cuts after the tree exploded into pieces and knocked him several feet away. Now, Hunter is betting lightning won't strike twice. Just 24 hours later, he was back fishing at the exact same spot. You know, people make that very common mistake. They think that when there's lightning outside, now I don't know if this is what he was intending, but there's sort of the false comfort of like being under a canopy of a tree. But
right.
But the tree actually, you know, can attract lightning. So when thunder roars, head indoors is the moral of the story.
If you can't head indoors, is there another tip, or is it just kind of just stay away from taller?
Try to stay away from tall objects like that. Don't stand under a tree. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was looking it up because he says he's thinking like his chances are pretty low now. According to AI, the chances of you getting struck twice are like 1 in 9 million. So he's rolling the dice here.
Yeah, but I think you actually have a better chance of winning the lottery. I think, or no, it's you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning twice than winning the mega jackpot. So.
Oh, well, maybe he should play anyway, just in case.
Yeah.
A little straight ahead. Conan O'Brien is heading back to the Oscars stage, while Queen Latifah is taking a spin in one of television's biggest red chairs. Plus, a Ted Lasso star is making the jump from playing soccer on the screen to signing with a real professional club. The very latest in entertainment on the other side of the break.
When you're ready for more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Your time is a luxury. Let your lawn reflect it. Perfection Lawn Care is your private grounds team obsessed with detail. Crisp lines, lush turf, and preventive care that stays ahead of every weed and worry. We take on the heavy work and the fine details, season after season, so you don't have to. Choose a tailored package, come home to perfection, and never lift a finger. Perfection Lawn Care. Elevate your curb appeal. We'll take it from here.
Celebrate the 28th anniversary of Legends in May. We're dropping fat stacks like it's hot every Thursday, every hour from 6 to 9 p.m.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute.
It gets even fatter. Kick it with us May 15th and let's take it back to 1998 with a live DJ, free swag, and a chance to roll out on a brand new Kia K4 or Nissan Sentra. Use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries, fresh rides, fat stacks, free swag. Only at Legends Casino Hotel, because fun is how we roll.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
Looking for a laundry upgrade? Swing into Fred's Appliance and shop the best selection of top-rated washer and dryer sets. Come in today to take advantage of our in-stock, get-it-today inventory with the lowest price guaranteed. At Fred's Appliance, we promise you will experience hassle-free shopping with local expert help every step of the way. At Fred's, we still have the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max.
When you're ready for more space to play, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust.
Welcome back, everybody. Time now for a look at some of the latest entertainment headlines this morning. We start with the Academy Awards, which they're bringing back Conan O'Brien for another year. The Emmy-winning host will return to host the Oscars for the third straight year during the 99th Academy Awards, which will be March of 2027.
Disney made the announcement Tuesday and says much of the same production team will also return. And the ceremony will continue airing on ABC, yay, and Hulu before eventually moving to YouTube in 2029. Boo.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, well. I do love Conan, though. Are you a big Conan fan? I think he's hilarious.
He should still be hosting The Tonight Show.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. Well, meanwhile, another familiar face is heading to one of television's biggest competition shows. Queen Latifah is joining the next season of The Voice as a coach.
The Grammy-winning singer and actress will join Adam Levine, Kelly Clarkson, and country singer Riley Green when the show returns this fall. The announcement comes just days after NBC confirmed Clarkson would also be returning for another season.
I feel like she should have a throne because she is the queen after all. Yes. Maybe like a special chair. I don't know. That'll be a good one to watch, though. And one television star now taking a storyline straight into real life. Cristo Fernandez, best known for playing Danny Rojas on Ted Lasso, signed with the El Paso Locomotive Soccer Club.
Fernandez played soccer growing up in Mexico before turning to acting after suffering a knee injury as a teenager. Now, after trying out with the team for 2 months, the 35-year-old says he's finally getting the chance to live out his dream of playing professionally.
I had no idea that he played, so that's kind of cool. There you go.
Good for him. And maybe one day, if the Dust Devils are short on like a long relief pitcher, maybe a little call to the bullpen up here.
All right, all right. We should, well, since you have thrown out the first pitch, I think that they've seen a little taste of what Josh has to offer.
Yeah, they haven't seen my heater yet.
Oh yeah, well we got to keep that under wraps. We can't show them everything all at once.
I'm gonna blow out my arm first pitch.
All right, well, it's still ahead. As another school year comes to a close, districts across Walla Walla County are already looking ahead to next fall. School leaders say declining enrollment and cuts to early learning programs are creating new challenges. Coming up, what local superintendents say comes next. Plus, the fight against summer learning loss is getting help in the Mid-Columbia. A local reading foundation is receiving new funding aimed at helping students stay engaged and keep reading skills sharp while school is out. How families can help prevent the summer slide. Those details and more, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Waymo is recalling nearly 4,000 robo-taxis after some vehicles drove into standing water. Waymo vehicles in Austin, Texas were recently seen on camera driving onto a flooded street and stalling. Company says it has identified the issue and will issue a fix. Google has unveiled plans for its new laptops called Google Books. 15 years after the debut of the Chromebook, these systems are built for the Gemini artificial intelligence features. The company says Google Books will be seamlessly compatible with Android phones. They'll hit shelves this fall. Finally, big changes reportedly coming to the iPhone's camera app. Bloomberg reports Apple's new operating systems will make it more customizable, allowing for easier control of resolution, flash, and other options. Also, the camera is said to be getting some of Apple's AI updates. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battelle. Have a great day.
Leaf Filter is America's #1 gutter protection system.
Yeah, because it's built right.
But you didn't just take our word for it.
I didn't. I went to an install, I saw how it was built, I took it apart.
Then you know, Leaf Filter is designed to keep debris out of your gutters and water flowing. And you get a lifetime guarantee.
When it's built right, it shows. That's why it's Homes approved.
It's good to be #1.
Always.
Schedule your free gutter inspection today. Call 877-77-HOMES or visit leaffilter.com/homes.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damp. Oh, damp.
Hey, language.
Damprid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damprid.
Milk? You got a rumble in your tumble that you don't want to address.
I don't know.
In the real milk aisle. Lactate.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Hoping your Wednesday is off to a great start. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 5:32. Let's get you started off with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth standing by with actually some pretty big news in the weather department today because we do have an action day that you're getting everybody ready for, Josh.
Yes, it is an alert day because of the winds. We also have some showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. In fact, already on the map. We're going to be substantially cooler starting today and much drier starting tomorrow and beyond. Okay, the alert day for today because of the gusts, 40 to 60 miles per hour across the map. I will say it looks like the fire and blowing dust risk has trended down a little bit more as the storm system has trended wetter. But hey, speaking of fires, still tracking this Highway 24 fire in southern Grant County. Acreage did not change yesterday, but containment jumped up to 40%. Very encouraging. Hopefully some of this rainfall will fall on top of this. But with the wind gust picking up, you know, it's kind of a catch-22 in that regard. Some lightning starting to pick up a little bit more now for the lower Yakima Valley. This little cell heading towards Zilla, and we have some moderate to steady rainfall up in the Cascades. Wind gusts already doing their thing across the map. Gusts between 30 to 40 miles per hour in the basin, around 40 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley as well. Your forecast gusts for today for the Yakima Valley. The strongest time frame going to be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Especially by 4 p.m. So for today, across the map, it's going to be wet. It's going to be very windy. It's going to be much cooler. And we'll talk about how the forecast is going to continue to stay cool coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Walla Walla Public Schools is balancing student engagement efforts with growing budget concerns. District leaders say they've expanded outreach and community connections this year. That includes new efforts to engage Hispanic families while also refreshing their long-term strategic plan. But officials say declining enrollment and legislative changes are now driving tough budget discussions, with early learning programs a key area of concern.
So we're really looking forward and trying to navigate how to continue to offer pre-kindergarten intervention service that really impacts our students, not only for their readiness for kindergarten, but really readiness for K-12. So looking at that in a very thoughtful, strategic way will be one of the things that we're going to go ahead and grapple with in the next couple months.
District leaders say they'll continue working through those challenges while focusing on how to best support students and families moving forward. The fight against summer learning loss is getting a boost in the Mid-Columbia. The Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia is receiving a $10,000 grant from Battelle. The executive director of the CRFMC says the goal is to prevent what they call the summer slide, when students lose reading skills during the months they're out of school. Research shows kids can lose up to 3 months of learning during the summer if they're not engaged academically. They encourage families to spend about 20 minutes a day reading together to help prevent learning loss.
Our message is to put down the screen, pick up a book, talk to your child, play a game with your child, do something that isn't on a screen, because it's one of the best things you can do for their brain and their development.
The Read Up program partners with Mid-Columbia libraries and dozens of local organizations to expand its reach across Benton and Franklin counties. A budget amendment tied to the new Pasco Aquatic Center moved forward during Monday night's Pasco City Council meeting. City officials say the amendment adds about $1.3 million in projected operating costs as the facility gets closer to opening. Leaders say even though the city will handle daily operations, the costs will be paid by the Pasco Public Facilities District using the voter-approved sales tax created for the project.
We are managing the facility. It is the expenses and the revenues come through our books. However, the Facilities District reimburses us for all of our costs.
City leaders say the amendment is considered budget neutral for the city itself as preparations continue for the Aquatic Center's opening this summer. Still ahead, East Valley Soccer is headed back to state after a dramatic comeback in the district championship match. The Red Devils erased a 2-goal deficit before surviving penalty kicks to capture another district title, plus a free Tri-Cities event aimed at protecting young athletes through heart screenings. We have the very latest in local sports coming up on the other side of the break, and Josh has the very latest on this first alert day. What he's tracking outside. Could rain be on the way for your Wednesday? Find out after this.
Only one station is on your side.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
Let's go, ball in.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and Clearer Skin, I'm all in. Most people saw 90% clearer skin from head to toe. Skyrizi is only 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, rainfall, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. It belong.
It's happening now. Brett's RV and Marine is hosting the Pasco Outdoor RV and Boat Show today through this Sunday at the Heppo Center in Pasco. This is where great deals can be found on new and used boats and RVs. We're bringing out a large selection, all priced to sell, with special show pricing you won't see again. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. If you're shopping for a boat or RV, come see us at the Heppo Center. Our adventure experts are ready to help you get a great deal and get out camping and boating. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
25 years of making memories. 25 years of fun with family and friends. 25 years of Dust Devils baseball.
The fun continues this week. Friday, May 15th is school night, thanks to Polish Homes, and a family feast night, thanks to Tri-City Airport. Saturday, May 16th, we will all enjoy a post-game fireworks show presented by the Nuclear Care Partners.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at dustdevilsbaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
In Tri-Cities Real Estate, one group stands above the rest. One group consistently ranks in the top 20% of the region's real estate agents. One group puts a full team of professionals backing your every move to get the best deal at every step. And one group with an award-winning team to give you more insights and help you make more educated decisions. So if you're ready to make your next move with certainty, there's really only one group for you.
Let's go, ball in.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are tracking this big swirling area of rainfall and even some thunderstorms embedded within this. We have seen a few lightning strikes on the map in Yakima County, specifically in the lower Yakima Valley. This little cell that's moving right over Toppenish right now, maybe on the eastern half of the city. Okay, high temperatures yesterday were around 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Today they're going to be in the 60s, and they'll stay in the 60s and 70s over the next week or so. So let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. 40s and 50s up in the Cascades, but right around 60 degrees in the Kittitas Valley. These gusts today are going to be up around 60 miles per hour. Then for the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 60s. For the lower Columbia Basin, right around 70 degrees, below normal for this time of the year. Low to mid 60s for the Blue Foothills. Then we're looking at 50s and 60s for the Blue Mountains. Okay, over these next 7 days, we're going to continue, like I've been saying, we're going to continue to keep it in the 60s and 70s. Our coolest day in the Tri-Cities Saturday, a high of 65, which is 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, but we'll warm it back up into the mid 70s by next Monday and Tuesday. Our coolest night looking like it's going to be Saturday night, dropping off into the upper 30s, but by Friday and Saturday night, there are going to be some spots on the map, especially in the Kittitas Valley, where we'll be very close to freezing. So at that point, you would have to take those steps to protect the outdoor pets, plants, and the plumbing. But the concern for today, the winds, especially with some of that vegetation that's been very dry as of late. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
On the sports beat now, East Valley High School's boys soccer team won the district championship in a thriller against Toppenish. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gapel recaps the game that even overtime couldn't decide.
Down 2-0 in the second half, it wasn't where East Valley wanted to be in the district championship. 2 goals coming from senior Jace Quavas, with one coming in the final seconds of regulation, sent the game into overtime.
And I just saw that ball coming towards me. I was like, all right, this is my moment to shine. And, you know, I hit it, and luckily I didn't hit it the best, but I can't complain because it still went in by deflection. And I'm just so grateful that it went in. And it was just honestly the best moment, getting that second goal in the district final. Like, what else could he ask for, you know?
After 2 scoreless overtime periods, the game went into penalty kicks. But East Valley's goalkeeper, Angel Lopez, stopped the final 2 shots to seal the championship for the Red Devils.
I mean, I was looking at their movements, everything, and then after I blocked that, I just had a spike in me. And then after that, I just wanted more and more. And at that time, I was like, all right, I'm blocking this one, and that's what I do to win it for it. And it was just an extra boost to know that if I block that second one, we win it, and I win it for all my seniors and my coaches.
A team that has been here before, East Valley has won the district 3 of the last 4 years.
Yeah, it was just the resilience of these guys, and they haven't had to fight from behind too much this season, but I was proud of them for the challenge that they faced today, and were able to come back and fight through that and get the result that they needed to get.
And after a marathon of a game, East Valley can now prepare for the state tournament. In Toppenish, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Both East Valley and Toppenish have clinched spots in the state tournament, but the district championship victory will give East Valley a more favorable seed for states. Up next, we have your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door on this Wednesday morning. And you need to know what's in store weather-wise. We have a lot going on this alert day, including high winds. Josh will break it all down after the break.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
You've been counting the days, weeks, months, just waiting for the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress.
And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems and get a $300 gift. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months, no interest, and free shipping.
The Memorial Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
This is something that I've been dreaming about.
I want to be a singer.
And I believe
I can do it.
Being here just means the entire world to me.
You were born to sing.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have an alert day in place for today because of the winds and the vegetation dryness. It's still going to be dry, not as dry as we were initially thinking, but these wind gusts, peak gusts between 55 to 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, anywhere between 40 to 45 miles per hour is what we're expecting for the Yakima Valley, for the Lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills. Of course, you can see hour-by-hour wind gusts for your exact home address location by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Yesterday, these values were coming in at a level 3 out of 5. Today, just coming in at a level 2 out of 5. Still dry, but kind of normal levels of dry out there. And it's because models have trended a little bit wetter with the storm system. So we're looking at between 0.1 to 0.25 inches of rainfall, perhaps for the Yakima Valley. Not as much for the basin, maybe a little bit more for the foothills, and around 1.5 inches for the Cascades. So pretty good stuff there. Okay. So overall, because of the uptick in rain chances, we're thinking that the fire and the blowing dust risk has gone down, but it hasn't gone down to zero. So here are the top blowing dust areas: I-82 Union Gap to Prosser, US 395 Pasco to Ritzville, especially around Connell, Interstate 84 Boardman all the way to Pendleton, the Hanford Reach Corridor, and the Yakima Training Center to Avello. And you can check up on those road conditions at washdot.com and tripcheck.com throughout the day. Showers and thunderstorms going to be likely for today. It's because of this area of low pressure that's traversing the region right now. Along with that comes a cold front. That's why the wind gusts are picking up. We've already seen a few rumbles of thunder this morning in the lower Yakima Valley. Let's put this into motion for the rest of the day with Futurecast satellite and radar, and just a very sporadic coverage out there for today. But we're thinking that all of us are going to have a decent opportunity of seeing some showers and thunderstorms. Lower elevation is going to be much drier after 5 p.m. and then I think across the map will be much drier after 11 p.m. So your umbrella cast for today for the Yakima Valley, I'm thinking we're going to be pretty dry after 2 p.m. and the forecast going mostly dry after today, although there is a little chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Saturday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today with gusts around 45 miles per hour. Substantially cooler today in comparison to yesterday. In Yakima, winds picking up today with rain looking likely, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder as well. We've already seen that this morning. In Ellensburg, gusts around 60 miles per hour today with highs around 60. Another round of winds that we're watching closely for the weekend. In Hermiston, decent rain chances today with high wind gusts, highs stuck in the mid-60s. Finally, for Walla Walla, a wet, windy, and cooler Wednesday. Another chance at some showers and thunderstorms by this weekend.
Now, the morning sprint.
Here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A Selah man was just sentenced to 20 years in federal prison after being convicted in multiple wildfire cases across eastern Washington. Federal prosecutors say Zachary Tyler Vantel was found guilty of arson and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Investigators say witnesses connected both Vantel and his vehicle to several wildfire scenes before he was arrested. Kennewick police are investigating another crash involving a school bus near Clearwater and Kellogg. Police say a driver hit the front passenger side of the bus Tuesday afternoon before leaving the scene. Officials say no students were on board and the bus driver was not hurt. This morning, investigators continue looking for information on the crash. A nonprofit ethics organization filed a new complaint against Let's Go Washington over alleged campaign reporting violations. Washingtonians for Ethical Government claims the organization failed to report certain political advertising and in-kind contributions tied to podcast host Brandy Cruz. Both Let's Go Washington founder Brian Haywood and Cruz deny the allegations, while the complaint heads to the Public Disclosure Commission for review. Benton County commissioners spent hours Tuesday discussing how a possible separation from Franklin County could affect shared services. Leaders heard concerns involving behavioral health programs, human services, and the Benton Franklin Health District. Officials stressed no decisions have been made while discussions continue about how services and funding could be impacted moving forward. Richland Fire and Emergency Services is partnering with the Nick of Time Foundation to offer free youth heart screenings in the Tri-Cities. The event is open to anyone ages 12 to 24 and includes EKG screenings designed to detect underlying heart conditions that often show no warning signs. The free screening event takes place Friday from 8:30 a.m. through 3 p.m. at the Hapo Center in Pasco, though registration is required ahead of time. In your national headlines this morning, President Trump hinted Tuesday at the idea of making Venezuela the 51st U.S. state. The comments came in a social media post showing Venezuela covered by an American flag. Venezuelan President Delcy Rodriguez rejected the idea, while President Trump has previously made similar comments about Canada becoming the 51st state. A former California mayor agreed to plead guilty to acting as an illegal agent of China That, according to the Justice Department. Federal investigators say former Arcadia Mayor Ellen Wang and her former fiancé allegedly posted propaganda online while acting under the direction of Chinese officials. Officials say Wang resigned from the city council and vacated her role as mayor. In your business headlines this morning, new federal data shows inflation is once again outpacing wage growth in the United States. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says April's inflation rate reached 3.8%. marking the highest level since May of 2023. It also marks the first time in 3 years inflation has risen higher than the average salary increase for workers. In health news, the World Health Organization says the number of hantavirus cases connected to the MV Hondias cruise ship has risen to 11. Officials say 9 cases are confirmed, while 2 remain probable, and all impacted individuals are under medical supervision. Health officials say there have been no additional deaths since May 2nd, and there's currently no indication of a larger outbreak. This as the UK military releases video showing paratroopers delivering emergency medical supplies to the remote island in the South Atlantic. Take a look here at your screen. The mission came after a British national on the island was suspected of contracting hantavirus. Military officials say the operation marked the first time medical personnel were parachuted in to provide humanitarian support to the island community. In sports now, the Seattle Mariners rolled past the Houston Astros 10-2 last night in Houston. Seattle broke the game open with a big 4th inning and continued adding runs while holding Houston to just 2 runs all night. The win marks the Mariners' 9th straight victory against the Astros, dating back to last season, as the series continues tonight. Trending this morning, Kit, the famous talking car from the television show Knight Rider, may have been known for fighting crime at high speeds on television, but this time the car is actually accused of breaking the law itself. The Volo Museum in Illinois says it received a $50 speeding ticket, claiming its Knight Rider replica was caught speeding in New York City.
Museum staff say the Pontiac has actually been parked inside the museum for years and believe a vanity plate mix-up is likely to blame for the very real citation. But that's kind of like, that's an honor if your car is mistaken with the car from Knight Rider. That's one true. Ticket I would be happy to get.
There's $50 might be worth it.
I think so.
And and I think this whole thing could just be very easily cleared up. Just ask the car.
And it knows. It'll tell you.
Duh, right? All right, well, your time is 5:50.